Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you guys are watching the Eastern Edge tournament. Welcome to Indian Gaming Corps, and today is the grand finale of Eastern Edge tournament, guys. It has been an amazing journey of 128 teams. We have been streaming since the past week. Since the top 16, and there has been some really good fights. We saw some battles, we saw metas and whatnot. And finally, yesterday we got our finalists, which are Team Cry and Team All Blue. Well, we have to see if Team Cry makes everyone cry today or Team All Blue paints the town blue. Well, Farhan Tanay will be my co-caster for this match, and let's see what's Farhan's opinion on who's gonna paint the town blue or who's gonna make the town cry.
Thanks for the introduction, Jenny. And we already got our finalist team, Cry and All Blue. Both of the teams had an amazing matches yesterday, and both of the matches were 2-0, if I
Yeah.
can remember correctly. And they had some amazing overall gameplays coming out from them. The synergy they have, the overall composition they have is just mind-boggling. And I think it's going to be a head-to-head fight today. And it is going to be a bit of uh, it's going to be quite confusing which team might have the advantage in this particular match because Team Cry, All Blue, both of them pretty good, but my bet is on Team Cry this time. What about you?
Wow. Well, since you are going for Team Cry, let me be the bigger person and go with All Blue. I'm not gonna go up to the mechanics, but I do remember that yesterday All Blue made the opponents surrender. They made the opponents give up. That kind of domination, that kind of pressure they built in the opponents. So no doubt, both the teams are really strong. Both the teams have cleared it clean sweep in the semifinals to reach to the grand finales. So I'm sure that there's gonna be some neck to neck fights and battles and whatnot. Moving towards the draft, guys. Lilia is already being banned, as is Matilda. So I feel like since they have banned Lilia, they are going to try something like a slow front bag, like something sustainable in the front, like a Barats maybe. Meanwhile, Xborg has been banned by Team Cry and Novaria as well as Yujong cutting out the EXP options. And Novaria is actually really good since she can give a hell lot of vision, like vision overload. So makes sense. Okay, Diggy is also banned. The first pick belongs to Team Cry.
And from Team Cry, they've already picked Fredrin, and just nothing much to talk about him because he is a pretty amazing jungler, even in the current meta, even though he got nerfed a little bit. The durability he has, the burst damage he can deal with his Abraser's Wrath can be menacing in situations, and also he can stay up front continuously in team fights. That can actually be an advantage for the team. All Blue picked Minotaur over there. That's the reason why they banned the Diggy. That was a pretty risky move, to be honest. Banning the Diggy, keeping the Tigreal and Minotaur open for Team Cry to pick, but they didn't went for any of them. They went for the Fredrin straight away, and Minotaur got picked from All Blue. Jenny.
Well, since they banned Diggy, it was quite obvious that they were gonna target some CC heroes. They were probably having this in mind to just ban away the Diggy and let the opponents take something else. Because honestly, I also did not think that Team Cry was going to take Manotaur as a first pick because I was expecting them to prioritize either Fredrin or Baras. Now the fact is that All Blue has banned Lilia makes things easy for Team Cry. Carry is still open, and if Team Cry goes for carry, it's gonna be kind of easy because honestly, at this time, a carry, a Lunox are the ones who can melt down that Baras and makes it hard for him. Okay, and a Kai pick by All Blue, time to settle this a little bit. But still, so far I still like that what Team Cry is doing. They got the Faramis, they got the Fredrin who just gonna soak in and absorb all the damage, and at the end, surprise with the Approzers, Raid, Detonus Welcome, probably gonna mark their marksman or the maids. So so far so good for Team Cry. Akai can actually counter pinning them down. Won't I don't think how much that'll help. Even if Akai does pin down that Barats as well as that Fredrin, he's gonna need a lot of backup damage in order to take them down.
Yeah, true. Akai might have the advantage in objective securing. He has his heavy win and he can continuously, go for the objectives in the last moment, cause the continuous crowd control and get the objective. But sustainability is a big question, and also the crowd controls coming out from Team Cry. And if we talk about team fights, Fredrin, Barats, both of them are pretty good front laners. They have sustainability along with the damage, and there is a Faramis with the Netherrealm who will give his utility to the to the team for sustaining in the team fight. So it's going to be quite of a problem for All Blue in team fights, I believe. And when it comes to All Blue, they do have decent picks. But right now, if we talk about the bans, Harith got banned from the side of Team Cry, and Angela got banned from All Blue. They previously banned the Marksman's carry and Ixia. Both of the bans were pretty good. Banning off the carry was a pretty good move coming out from Team Cry because they have really bulky heroes. And if carry was selected from the side of All Blue, that could have been a problem for them, Jenny.
Definitely, I agree with you on this point. But, well, the fact that when they picked Barats and Fredrin already, they could have gone for a heavy back line, so that because a heavy back line is always good against a slow front to back because of that Barats and that Fredrin, it makes a lineup like a slow front to back lineup. So they would have, if they would have gone for a heavy backline, it would have been easy for them to burst them down, get rid of the peel, make the opponents regret picking up sustain. But they chose to go for Akai. Obviously, the intention here is to use the heavy spin to pin them down and maybe push them away whenever needed. Meanwhile, a CC pick, um, obviously CC is devastating in the current meta, but let's see how much of a difference it makes because I am still expecting them to pick something heavy, in the backline.
Yeah, that could be helpful. But right now, if we talk about picks of both of the teams, they do not have that much of mobility. And
Mhm.
Team Try have Baras and Fredrin. They are bulky, damage dealing capable, and they can stay in the front line, but they are not that much mobile. But from All Blues, right now they have CC, who is a bit agile and can move around quite easily. And right now, Nathan got picked by Joy Boy from the side of Team Cry. Pretty good hero of a marksman, and is actually pretty good in the late game, not that much in the early game. So if All Blue wants to go for a marksman that can dominate in the lane, I'd say Brody would be a pretty good option for them. But right now, Estes got picked from the side of Team Cry, so they have a pretty good lineup over there. They have the sustainability, they have the healing capability, but the only question I have is about their mobility. They will have to stick around continuously and they won't be able to go in the back lane if All Blue goes for pretty good marksman. That can be a bit of a problem for Team Cry over here, Jenny.
Yeah, that's the point. They don't have the dive, There's okay, and there you have that Melissa. Well, you have to see who's gonna target Melissa. It's probably Barats. There, I guess they'll have to count on Barats to use that detonus welcome right in every gang and get that Melissa. Eat that Melissa every time when you're ganking. That'll depend on him. Otherwise, it will be hard. Nathan does have that mobility with his ultimate, but let's see how good he can do that with when it comes to countering Melissa. But yeah, so far actually the draft for both sides it looks kind of balanced. I think it will all depend on the rotation as of now. But I do like the Estes and the Faramis situation going over there. They can go for the throw body strategy. They can just go in and whenever there is even when it's like 5 versus 5 with the throw body strategy, they're still gonna win because numbers don't lie. And when Faramis uses his ultimate, well, it's hard to take them down.
True, absolutely true. We have reached in the land of dawn, and we can see it's going to be a quite of a passive situation. Both of the junglers are going to go to their buff. And I don't think we will see any kind of strong engagement from any of the team before the turtle, but there is still a possibility on focusing on the goal in the early game. But since there is a support for the side of Team Cry, they might not get too overwhelmed in the early game. But let's see what happens. In the meanwhile, yeah, it's going quite passive. Junglers taking the jungles, the other players focusing on their lanes, gaining the experience they need. In the meanwhile, Vexana dealing a bit of damage on Faramis over there. But yeah, we can see that Minotaur has came in the bottom lane along with Crisis over there. Melissa is trying to deal a bit of damage on Joy Boy, trying to heal up. Esther's trying to heal up Joy Boy over there. Yeah, it's going pretty of a passive situation, Jenny.
Yeah, I mean they will have to have the resources in order to make a gank this early in the game. Seems like a gank is setting up in the top lane, and they are going quite aggressive. Team All Blue Minotaur, sorry. Yeah, I got really confused with the Minotaur and the Minato situation going on over here.
Yeah, that can be confusing with the Mino over there. And in the meanwhile, yeah, they're quite focusing on the bottom lane. Sonic, Papi, Crisis, all of them are focusing continuously in the bottom lane. Vexana might also come over there, but since the turtle is going to be spawning in the top lane's river, they're rotating on there. And in the meanwhile, Minato has not given up his position yet. Ryu is trying to take the turtle. In the meanwhile, will Sonic go in and take the turtle, or will it be from Team Cry that they get the turtle? It is a big question. Right now, Akai has his heavy spin, so there is a big possibility that he might engage over there. Akai going in, Hyodo is taking a bit of a damage over there. Minotaur going in again. Heavy spin coming out from Akai over there. Joy Boy getting picked up by Melissa over there in the bottom lane. In the meanwhile, Turtle is being contested continuously. Akai going again, Fred in low HP. Sonic gets the kill, and also the Turtle over there. Again, another kill of Rames. Double kill secured by Akai over there. So this is a pretty good start for All Blue, securing 3 kills in total and also getting the Turtle. So they are in about 2,000 goals in lead in just about 3 minutes, Jenny.
Looks like Team All Blue painting the town blue already. They got the turtle, they got the kills. Pretty good execution, a good battle in the turtle as well. Well, the next objective is to taking the turrets, getting the marksman, and Joyboy already getting picked up, I guess, but no, he is going to escape this one. Puppy, there's Mindley, there's Crisis, everyone's bottom lane. Minato trying to get some vision, but he'll probably end up coming for backing up in the bottom lane as well. And Fredrin, that is Ryu, also coming for backup, might set up a gang in the bottom lane. Vexana, meanwhile, rotating towards the bottom lane, towards the mid lane. CC, meanwhile, coming towards the mid lane again. We might see a Deathknell's welcome, I suppose, but no, he doesn't have the stacks yet. In the turtle lane, they seem to okay. That Sonic absorbing a lot of damage, just poking them and coming back again. Nothing much. They quite have disengaged.
Yeah, true. In the meanwhile, we can see that they are continuously poking around but not getting into a full commitment of a fight. But as I said before, the possibilities of taking a fight in this particular match might be on the objectives like the turtle or the lord. Besides that, on the gold lane. In the meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Nathan is getting bullied a little bit by Minotaur and Melissa. Estes is over here trying to give a little bit of backup. Fredrin going in, Minotaur with the Minion Fury, but it was unnecessary in a bit, and he's trying to retreat over there. In the meanwhile, in the mid lane, there is a rotation coming out from Team Cry. The turtle is trying to be secured by Fredrin over there, but again, Akai has rotated over there. There is the heavy spin again. Vexana with the Citadel Guard over there. Turtle being secured by Fredrin, and again, heavy spin by Akai, taking Fyodo in the corner and being pulled off by Sisi over there. Estes being pulled off by Melissa, and Ryu is going to be invaded again. A Praise's Wrath coming out from Fredrin over there, but he will have to retreat because of his low HP. Minotaur is in trouble, but he survives that situation. Jenny.
Exactly. Like, this is what I was talking about. You're going to have a hard time marking down that Melissa, you're gonna have to depend on Detona's welcome because other than Detona's welcome, they do not have someone who could actually, get to her and take her down like one shot. Obviously, even after using the Detona's welcome, she's not gonna be one shot down, right? And this is what is happening. You're gonna take her down in order to win those ganks. Otherwise, she's gonna deal a lot of damage from the backline, and well, that goes against the lineup they have created.
Yeah, true. Hallucination coming out from Akai over there. Ryu is in corner but survives with the help of his teammates. The overall situation was quite squishy for him, but he manages to survive. In the meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Melissa might get ganked by Nathan over there, but the idea is not that good, in my opinion, because there is a good amount of gold difference over there. That is about 4,000 gold, and All Blue is leading in that situation. If we talk about the turrets, already All Blue has secured the bottom lane's tier 3 turret, and yeah, quite leading ahead in gold as well, Jenny. So taking a team fight from the side of Team Cry might be a bad idea in this particular situation. What do you think?
Well, definitely, I agree on you with that because they are leading with all the kills, the turtles. Okay, turtle was like both the teams got it one all. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Hyodo might be in trouble as Hammy's been coming in and Deathnos welcome. That will be of no avail just for him to survive, and he actually did survive like body of Smith. Well, have to give the onus to the turret, but they are going straight in for a battle on the turtle. Ryu is alone, a lot inside, but he has managed to come out. But in the mid lane, we can see that okay, Ryu might be getting picked up. Crisis is doing a lot of damage. That's Poppy just giving away the vision, but Faramis has already used up Nether Realms. The turtle is still on. Ryu might be using up that Appraiser's Repetition, but Turtle has been secured by Minotaur has slain. That's Vexana on one kill. Akai gets one kill as well. It's just Nathan in the bottom lane and Minado surviving in the mid lane way. Oh my god, like all blue, they're going way up ahead.
Again, we can see an engage coming off from Faramis over there. Nathan tried to rotate and defend the mid lane's turret, and he was successful in that. Pape is trying to retreat a bit. Joy Boy has gained a bit of damage in the moment, but still, the situation is quite critical for the side of Team Cry at the moment. They have not, decreased the goal difference a bit. The goal difference is right now about 5,000 goals, and that is quite immense for an 8 minute match over there. In the meanwhile, if we look at the bottom lane, CC has swapped with Melissa, and it is a 1v3 situation in the bottom lane. CC might get ganked, and if we look at the bottom lane, CC is getting in a bad situation. Continuous damage coming out from Fredden over there. Vengeance used by CC over there, and he gets pulled off by Hiryu. Again, NetherRealm coming out from Faramid over there. Vexana gets pulled off by Nathan. Again, Sonic is in a squeezy situation, might not survive that, and Joy Boy manages to secure that kill. The bottom lane's tier 3 will be secured by Team Cry over there. That was a pretty good engage coming out from Team Cry, but I think CC was in a very off position in that particular state, and that was a bad decision, I'd say, because that actually, made the team give off kills and the advantage they had.
Not only was CC this position, there was no Melissa in the scene. They need that Melissa in the scene in order to win the gangs because otherwise they have Nathan. He's gonna deal a lot of damage. He's gonna stand there because they have that Estes, they have that Faramis. They're not gonna die, and as time goes by, they are getting more and more here. So, yep. Let's see on that because I told you that I like that Estes and Faramis situation going on. But meanwhile, Melissa, she is dealing a lot of damage from the behind and there is no one to take her down. So we'll have to see. And it's just 9 minutes of the game. There is barely any difference in the goal as well. So the match right now, even though there is difference in the kill, it's kind of neck to neck. They did get the turrets at the bottom lane turret of Team Blue though. They just have the inhibitor left.
Ooh. Vexana dealing a lot of damage over there. Estes manages to save Faramis over there. And if we talk about the gold, Jenny, the overall gold difference was about 5,000 gold, and just before the last fight that was initiated. But after that fight, the difference minimized to 1,000 gold, and yeah, they are quite neck to neck in this current situation. Hugo was forced to use his flicker over there and was in a pretty squishy situation. In the meanwhile, the Lord has spawned in the bottom lane's favor, and both of the teams might compete over that. And we can see that All Blue is baiting a bit, or they're actually intending to take the Lord. Kai focusing on Fredin over there, trying to deal a bit of damage. Minoan Fury coming out from Minato over there. Another Rem coming out from Faramis. In the meanwhile, continuous damage coming out from Nathan. Kai again focusing on Fredrin. A Brazos Rat gets the kill of Minato over there. Quite low HP of everyone from Team Cry, but since All Blue do not have a front laner at the moment, they might not compete for the Lord. But yeah, Team Cry is also retreating in the main moment. It was kind of a squishy situation for them. Again, a fight in the mid lane, Jenny. And yeah, both of the teams retreated, and they're not going to be focusing on the Lord for the time being.
Yeah, that was a really bad idea. The way they were letting that Fredrin Ryu soak all the damage. He was absorbing all the damage, and Estes was there. Faramis was there, not letting him die. Like, he was body of Smith. Bro, I just need this much HP, and I'm just gonna use the Appraiser's Red, and that's it. So, well, next time they're gonna have to pin someone else down instead of Ryu, otherwise it's not gonna work. And seems like they are going for the Lord. That's Sonic on the Lord, probably poking Ryu in the scene as well. Hyodo might trying to set up a gang, but Melissa's not in his vision yet. Okay, he did get the vision of Melissa as well as mainly Ryu. Is he gonna take the Lord, Farhan?
That is a pretty a good question, because it seems like they're baiting the overall situation, but again, it feels like they are quite committed to the Lord. In the meanwhile, Herdo is getting poked by CC over there, and Hyodo is Bharat is continuously trying to focus on Melissa, but Melissa is getting backed by Vixana over there, so it is quite hard for Bharat to go after Melissa. If he can, then the team fight might go to the side of Team Cry. Otherwise, it is a 50-50 situation. In the meanwhile, a fight has initiated, continuous damage coming out from both of our teams. Quite low HP Hyodo over there, but he might not survive. The Sicilian CC is continuously dealing some damage. Estes healing up his teammates. Bharat is in low HP. Melissa dealing immense damage. Sonic gets the kill of Bharat, and Estes gets picked off as well. Low HP CC. Nathan gets the kill of a few over here. We can see Nathan is dealing a lot of damage. Akai gets picked off by Nathan. A Praises Wrath from Fredrin gets the kill of Melissa. A pretty good situation for Team Cry over there, because they got 3 kills for an exchange of 2, and the meanwhile the goal difference has minimized a lot, but none of the teams are going to go after the Lord for the time being again, Jenny.
Yeah, exactly. You saw what an Appraiser's Wrath can do. He's just kept on absorbing more and more damage. And right when he knew that, okay, that's enough, you need to go home, bang, Appraiser's Wrath, and she just disappeared. Well, this is the perfect time, I guess, for them to take the low, because it's gonna take a while for Sonic and Crisis to be up here. That's Hollow trying to be in the position to steal the Lord, but that's not gonna happen. He has the retribution, and the Lord has been secured by Team Cry. I'm telling you, the Estes and the Faramis situation, like I told you, is actually working for them, because they are helping they're helping Ryu to soak in the damage. Well, if this goes on, they might actually win this round. But yeah, they will still have to take a call on who's going for that Melissa for the Crisis.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can see that for All Blue, Melissa is the one that is dealing the most damage out there. At least it seems like that. And from Team Cry, they are not that much able to go after Melissa because of the backup she's getting. And for Team Cry, we could actually see that Estes and Faramis is mostly focusing on Fredin over there, keeping him alive, making him soak all the damage, getting his Appraiser's Wrath ready so that he can pull off a couple of kills. An amazing combo coming out from Vixana over there.
Eternal Guard already being used up. Yeah, that's heavy spin coming in. Appraiser's Red has already been taken down. This root down already. They have taken down Melissa as well. Like I told you, they are working on taking out that Melissa from the scene. Hyodo using a button as welcome on that Hollow, and he's down as well. The Lord has been taken care of, but it's just Sonic and Mindley standing. They are going for the mid lane inhibitor. Sonic is kind of low in HP, but no, he is very tanky to be honest. And meanwhile, there is no minions for them to let them end. So far, there are two minions, just two minions in the top lane. Okay, minions approaching from the bottom lane as well, but Minley is back in the scene and Christ is following up in just 3 seconds. Well, so there is a defense. That's not gonna be ending. As for now, we'll have to wait for another Lord, I suppose.
Yeah, I think so as well. But yeah, they might not have ended the match over there, but they have secured all three inhibitors. So that actually puts All Blue in a pretty squishy situation, in a bad situation to be honest, because they'll have an immense lane pressure and they'll have to continuously focus on the lanes so that nobody actually backdoors to the base. And whenever the next lot comes, I think Team Cry will try to pressurize the lanes so that All Blue doesn't have that much of an opening to compete over the Lord, Jenny.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of uncanny with the SS and Ceramics pick at the beginning, but well, no matter what the odds are, they're doing pretty good. And the game just changed. In the early game, of course, it was rocky for Team Cry. All Blue was going all blue. They were painting the down blue, but now Team Cry is kind of making them cry. So we'll have to see. Ryu on the mid lane, on the Lord actually. He's got the vision on Sonic. I do not think that he's got the vision on Puppy Shrek there. He probably is ready with his Minion Fury, as is Sonic with his heavy spin. Ryu, though, going straight in for the Lord, along with Joy Boy, Minato, and sincerely Ken. That's Hojo, trying to peel them off a little bit, but Holo coming into the scene. Who is going to take the Lord? We need a retribution as of now. Holo low on HP, the Minion Fury coming in heavy spin as well, but Nether Realm, do not letting them die, but Lord has been secured by Crisis over here. Well, they need to take down those kills or else they're not going to be able to end as of now. Sonic is pretty low. There's a Princess Red coming in, but the kill has been secured by Joy Boy. There's Melissa Crisis coming in and taking down them. Okay, double kill by Joy Boy. And that's a shutdown by Mintley on Joy Boy. The Lord is marching in the top lane, and they are... Okay, there's like 35 seconds for him to come back. But I suppose that there is going to be a defense, though.
Yeah, I think so as well. If we look at the current situation, if the Lord had gone to the side of Team Cry, that might have been the end for All Blue. But Melissa, with her amazing damage, the range she has, got the Lord somehow, even though there were two retribution out there. And yeah, that actually kept them in a good position in the current situation. So it's not going to be the end for them. But yeah, I don't know how much of the Lord will be useful in this situation, but let's see what happens. Cecile is continuously trying to deal a bit of damage on Paramis over there. But what do you think? What will happen with this Lord? Will they go after the inhibitor? Will it be possible? Or will the Lord be defended even before it reaches the inhibitor?
I suppose the Lord will be defended, but I'm not sure about the top lane inhibitor because seems like they are gonna come up with the heavy spin and the Minion Fury in order to pressurize a little bit. But okay, there's Hollow following up, as is Puppy Shrek, just waiting to use the Minion Fury, but he did not get an opening, and the inhibitor is still safe.
So yeah, the Lord was not that much of a useful situation, but yeah, it was a good thing for All Blue that they got the Lord, because otherwise the things would have been really bad for them. In the current situation, if we talk about the gold, it is it is in equal ground for both of them. And yeah, right now, since we're in the mid to late game, the gold won't be that much of a big deal. So overall, it's all about the ganks they initiate. And overall, if we talk about both teams, Team Cry has a good advantage. A fight has initiated already. Melissa melting down. Baros over there. Minion Fury coming out. Netherrealms used by Farama is over there. It's everyone trying to retreat from the side of Team Cry. Midly, Joy Boy over there trying to eliminate everyone. But in the meanwhile, All Blue is right now trying to retreat, and that is a pretty good decision as well. So it was a 1-for-1 trade over there, Jenny.
Wow, I don't understand. I don't understand how Kyoto just disappeared. That amount of damage being dealt by Melissa. Well, lucky for them, Joyboy managed to turn it around, but this time he seems to be in trouble. That's blessing of the goodness. So sad. Look at that. Haven't been Joyboy is still not dying. Body else means since a lot of damage. This time though, he has this immortality, but I do not think he will be able to survive because that's Hollow following up as well. Just two tanks chasing down poor Joy Boy. And he tried his best. Melissa Crisis had to recall in order to save that base. There will be no Lord, I suppose, for Team Cry since both Ryu as well as Joy Boy are down. Melissa, that's Sonic. They're going straight in for the Lord. And, well, this Lord's going to be hard to defend. And obviously, there is no contest. That's Hyodo trying to take some vision, but it will be of no avail.
Absolutely, and we can see that the Lord will go to the side of All Blue, and Akai secured the Lord over there. And right now, we can see that the power spike of the marksmen are quite visible. Melissa melting down everyone in front of her vision, Nathan doing as well. But the overall situation is right now in the favor of All Blue because we can see that the overall team composition they have in the current situation is a bit better. The early situation was better for All Blue, but then after the file that was initiated in the bottom lane where CC was pulled off, Team Cry got the lead and they maintained that for quite some time. But right now we can see that All Blue is having a bit of advantage in the overall situation. Jenny.
Definitely, this match has been so far a roller coaster ride. It was first, Team Cry made a comeback, and now All Blue is making a comeback. Well, they have to be really careful in not letting Joy Boy be in any danger because he's the one person who's dealing a lot of damage and actually trying to carry because it's 21 minutes, and at this time you obviously depend on your marksman a lot. So yeah, Mintley coming straight in. Maybe he had the intention of using the Eternal card, but he just went back in with first skill. The Lord is marching from the top lane. That's a lot of damage being dealt to each other, but they are probably waiting for the Lord, and the inhibitors is definitely going out. Hyodo trying to be a tank. Minato coming back in, disengaging. Hyodo being pinned down. Bobby Shrek using up his Minato Finion Fury right in the base. I doubt that there will be a defense. They're coming strong. They're coming heavy. And they almost took down Ryu, but he has his immortality on. They're trying to mark the base down. Has been slain. Ryu has been slain. And so is Joy Boy. There will be no defense. And they will be going down, I suppose. But Hyodo is still alive and is trying his best. Mintley is still alive. And it's just Hyodo trying to defend, and that's it. The first round goes to All Blue.
And what an amazing match, a roller coaster ride over there. Early on, All Blue was actually in a pretty good lead. Then throughout the whole mid game, Team Cry dominated the whole field. But eventually, in the late game, we could see that All Blue finally won the match. But this is not the end, guys, because this is a marathon, not a sprint, and we're gonna have a match of best of 5, and this was just the first round, which was won by All Blue.
Well, thanks to you. Actually, in the beginning, I had no idea whom to support, whom not to support, because both the teams are amazing. All right. So I had no idea whom to support, but you told me that you're gonna support Team Cry. So I was like, okay, since you're going with Team Cry, let me take my chances with All Blue. And All Blue actually painted the town blue in the first round, at least, even though it was rocky in the start, and it was rocky for some time. They managed to come back once again and take this amazing victory. But this is just round 1, guys. And this is a best of 5 series. This is the grand finale. So please do not go anywhere. Me and Farhan will be back in just a few minutes with round 2.